Dundonald Church was planted into Dundonald School in 1990, and God was very gracious and grew the church steadily. And then in 2006, we bought a print factory and we converted that into a church space. About 5 years ago, it became apparent that the factory was too small.
So our old building was actually quite limiting in what we were able to do. It leaked, it was crumbling, the rooms were echoey. We had a pillar in the middle of our youth hall.
In the old building, there was just not enough space. We had kids and young people in every single room.
It became apparent that the factory was too small for the work that God had grown, and so we thought we should try and rebuild.
So we had a clear vision of what we wanted to achieve. We worked that up through planning by ourselves, but we didn't have a development partner. So we considered probably 3 or 4 different development partners.
They needed now to deliver the building and find a development partner that would take the risk, share the risk with them. And they'd stumbled over 2 or 3 different options and it wasn't working. So when Green Pastures came on board, we sort of looked at all the figures with them. We looked at a way we could venture with them. And it was at that point that the church built a trust with us and us with them.
I think it's fair to say that we were probably at a dead end trying to do this in a traditional secular way. I think until Green Pastures came along, we didn't really know how to proceed. When they came along, the development was unlocked almost immediately, and I guess it's a sense of relief where the expectation from a whole church is trying to deliver a vision and you're not able to do it, and then all of a sudden you are. I mean, that was massive.
Yeah, one of the key things when we're deciding on partnering with a church, at the same time they're partnering with us, and that's a really important thing to fully understand. So when you partner with Green Pastures, when we make a return on this project, you know that profit is going back to house homeless people. So it's a really wonderful win-win situation for a church to connect with us and partner with us.
So I think what was really helpful about working with Green Pastures was that they understood why we wanted to do what we wanted to do. It wasn't just about the building, it was about what we wanted to do in the building for God's glory.
So during our planning process and the kind of concept or option development, we looked at trying to develop the church without the flats. But it was pretty clear that we needed some return from the sale of the flats to offset the overall cost of the church. And actually, to have 18 new neighbours next door to the church actually is brilliant for us.
Having a flat above the church has allowed me to really become a part of the church family again after living away, and allows me to serve in several different ways, and allows me to host either before or after church services.
So it's very exciting to see the church family move in. After all the years of setting up church on a Sunday in a school hall, to provide this facility for them has been wonderful.
We love the new building. It's purpose-built for the children and the youth. We have 3 levels, the ground floor, the first floor and the second floor. We have enough room for all the children in our church. We have cupboards that are big enough for all our equipment. It was purpose-built to house our children.
Now that the project's finished and we're back in the building, I think we're seeing a level of community engagement which we didn't have before.
I love having the coffee house open at Dundonald because it means that any member of the public can walk into a space that they may never normally come into, and they can enjoy good coffee and meet people that go to church, and opens up new conversations.
I still can't quite believe it. You know, you could look at this facility and think there's something amazing about us. That isn't true. We're actually very ordinary people. You know, God has done this. He really has done it way beyond anything I imagined. And I do look forward to seeing how he will use this building in the future.